For most situations, auto white balance is going to be your best white balance choice. But for times when auto white balance is yielding bad color, you may want to switch to one of these white balance presets. The 60D offers a number of preset white balance settings for specific types of light. For example, I have daylight, shade, cloudy, tungsten, these are just the normal incandescent light bulbs you find around your house, fluorescent, flash, custom white balance, which we're going to dedicate an entire movie to, and something called color temperature, which we'll get to in a moment. As I said, most of the time auto white balance is going to be okay. If you take a shot and notice that the color is off, you may want to consider trying another white balance setting. So for example, if I am shooting in inside in incandescent lighting and I'm noticing that my color's off, I may want to switch to this white balance. However, be careful judging color on the LCD screen on your camera. It's not necessarily accurate. So I think probably what's going to happen to you is as you review images, you're going to start learning what types of light auto white balance works well in and what types of light it's not so good in. In my experience, auto white balance is almost always dead on, except for when I'm shooting in shade or in cloudy situations. So those are good times to switch to either of these presets. And there is a difference in color temperature between shade and cloudy. Cloudy will yield a different color cast than shade will. Notice that under each of these there is a temperature. So for daylight, for example, I have 5200 degrees Kelvin. Color temperature color is measured, the color of a light is measured in terms of degrees Kelvin. So if you've got a background where you're used to thinking of light that way, or if you're shooting under lights and you have maybe on the package that the light bulb came in an actual color temperature, then these might give you a clue as to which white balance preset you should use. Or you can go over here to the color temperature setting, and you notice it says that my main dial has a temperature setting next to it. I can just set an actual color temperature in here. So that's another way to work with white balance. Again, you're going to learn more about when your auto white balance works and when it doesn't as you simply get more experience with the camera. Of course, another way around this white balance question is to shoot raw, because in raw mode you can change white balance after the fact. Most of the time you'll be leaving white balance on auto, but again, pay attention to certain lighting situations and consider using one of these presets.